Wolfman, Universal's second film in their attempt to bring back their classic monsters, again, is in theaters now with a third film on the way, but of course we're going to be talking about that one sometime in the future. Wolfman follows a family on their way to spend some time at a remote cabin after a recent tragedy, when suddenly they are attacked by a mysterious creature. Soon after, the father begins to show signs that he may have been infected with something. Will him and his family manage to survive the night? Okay, let's start with it to just get it out of the way. A few months ago, for Halloween Horror Nights, there were images released of a Wolfman that was in the theme parks. Some people were flipping out, saying, oh my god, that looks horrible, blah blah blah. And then some other people were defending it, hey, this is just a theme park costume. It's not going to actually look like this. So now that the movie's out, is that what it actually looked like? Okay, just for a second, imagine the Halloween Horror Nights costume, just way better, movie quality makeup, all that. And honestly, yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. Except that wasn't the main werewolf, and of course, in the context of the movie and with, movie quality effects and all that, it does look way better, but they definitely went for more of a man look than a wolf look with the whole werewolf thing, if you know what I mean, but that didn't bother me too much. Leigh Whannell directs here, and I'm always at least a little curious about what he's making, but after watching 2020's The Invisible Man, which of course is another remake of another one of Universal's classic monster movies, I was super excited for this. And I don't want to say I was disappointed because it is a pretty good movie, but in my opinion, it's nowhere near the level of The Invisible Man. The film gets going very quickly and does not look back, although it might have set things up a little too fast. The husband basically says, hey, let's go. Then they're going to the cabin, and he also conveniently forgets that there was a bunch of weird shit in that town when he was growing up, and that maybe he'd be putting his family in danger. But like I said, they waste no time really getting it going, so as soon as they arrive, the action starts. The action here is very well done, and we even get a werewolf on werewolf fight. And like in other Wolfman movies, we of course got to see one of our main characters get infected. And that isn't a spoiler, it's literally in all of the marketing, so yeah, that happens. But the transformation here is very slow since they treat it more like a disease instead of some type of supernatural curse. There was one scene though where the disease finally fully sets in and we get a classic werewolf transformation, which was done great, but I kind of feel like it was over too quickly. And they also did this thing where you could kind of understand what the werewolf sees and hears, and I thought that was a pretty interesting idea, but they didn't really do much with it. The story here is very straightforward, even more than other Wolfman movies. They don't get into the who, what, why, none of that. They don't talk about the lore. Something happens, they fight to survive, and then the movie's over. And towards the end, there are some nice little callbacks that reference, things from the beginning or certain shots from the beginning of the movie. And it's nothing groundbreaking that'll really get you thinking, but it just shows the extra effort, so I appreciated that. The runtime here isn't long at all. It runs about like an hour 40-ish with credits, but I mean, this thing flew by. By the time that the movie was actually ending, I was like, oh, whoa, it's over? To me, it felt like maybe a little bit over an hour, but maybe that was just me. Also, Leigh Whannell, of course, wrote Saw, and there was something in here that seemed like a pretty obvious nod to that first film, so I really enjoyed that as a Saw fan. Wolfman is a good movie with some pretty fun stuff in there, some interesting ideas. It's not one that I'll be revisiting often, but it's one I'm glad I watched. I would give Wolfman a 7 out of 10. What did you think of Wolfman? Do you plan on watching it? Let me know. And please subscribe to stick around as I talk about things like video games, movies, and TV. I got a bunch of stuff on the way, a bunch of stuff that I've already posted. Upcoming, I got my Blu-ray DVD collection video, so look out for that. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you'll stick around. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.